Well, good evening. Welcome to those of you who've joined us already for tonight's Spireites Quiz. It's a James Rowe-themed quiz. Thanks to Phil Tooley for putting them together. All the questions as normal. So, hope your week has been good so far. Were you watching the live stream last night? Not a classic, but another point in the bag. And back-to-back home games coming up inside the next week. Saturday, of course, at home to Bromley. And then it's FC Halifax Town who visit the Technique Stadium. So 68398 is the pin code for tonight's quiz. Don't forget to press the finger, as always, at the top of your virtual keypad. Just had confirmation actually today about the live stream on Saturday, and we're going to have Drew Talbot back as our match summariser, and then Jamie Hewitt next Tuesday night. So two real club legends there, Drew and Jamie, the next two live stream summarisers. Hope you're enjoying the live streams. So 68398 is the pin code. It's a James Rowe themed quiz tonight. Did in fact invite James to take part, but he's otherwise engaged, so we can let him off. Preparing, of course, for Saturday's game against Bromley. Who knows though, we might be able to tempt James or one of the players to get involved in a quiz one night. That would be good. 68398 is the pin code for tonight's quiz. And don't forget to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. The multiple choice, as always, it's against the clock and only 30 seconds now for each question. And the winner will go into the draw for a print at the end of the month. Also have a Wheel of Fortune prize, so the top 20 at the halfway stage. So as things stands at the moment, virtually everyone will be in that. We don't get many more. We've got 21 so far. We're going to have the top 20 going to that Wheel of Fortune. Either win a signed program, would be appropriate, I think, to get James to sign a program. Or you could win a Spireites notebook and pen. So it's your choice. The top 20 at the halfway stage going into that Wheel of Fortune to win a prize. Just remember to take a photo or a screenshot of your virtual keypad so we know that it's you. So just edging up to the quarter of a century mark now. 24 we have. 68398 is the pin code. And we'll be able to see soon who's taking part tonight. We'll give people time to sign in. 25 up now. And we get to 30. 68398 is the pin code. And don't forget to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. I'm just going to see if I can take a look at the YouTube comments. I've only got my laptop here, so I'm going to have to carefully try and have a look. Yeah, we've got a few comments on the Vladimir from the Ukraine taking part in some chat there on the YouTube, saying thank you for these brilliant quizzes. Says it helps him to be a better Spirite. So welcome to you, Vladimir. Great to see you involved in the quizzes, regularly taking part. From the Ukraine, want to join in the conversation there. Phil Tooley looking after things. 68398 is the pin code for tonight's quiz. And you need to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. And we've passed the 30 mark, so we're at 34 now. So we'll give people a few minutes to sign in, not even 5 past yet. Generally tends to be about, well, anywhere between about 6 and 8 minutes past 8 when we actually get underway, giving people plenty of time to log in. Don't forget to order your food, by the way, for both Saturday's game and next Tuesday's game. So choice of pie on Saturday and then the pork cobs on Tuesday night. Great food as always, served up by Tat and the team at the Technique Stadium. Take a look at some of the food there. Look at that tempting pie with the gravy. So a lot of great feedback about the food being dished up. Back to the quiz. 68398 is the pin code, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So we're edging towards 40. It'd be good if we get to the 40 mark before we get underway. 4 minutes past, I'll make it now. To 36. So closing in on 40. Sure, we've got a lot of regular players. Trying to remember at this stage last week's winner. I didn't check that before I had a look. So yeah, perhaps 1 or 2 people enjoying going to the pub. Sat outside, of course. That may well have affected the turnout for tonight's quiz. At 5 past now. So 68398 is the pin code for tonight's quiz, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So we're now at 5 past 8. We'll give it a minute or so just for any latecomers to join in. 68398, and then the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So, how much do you know about James Rowe and the start to his Chesterfield career? Yeah, thanks Phil, who reminds me that it was FC Pilsley. Should have known that. Pilsley franchise won last week. Ahead of Beachy and the Backheaders. I wonder if we'll get a landslide win like we had in the Fun Family quiz on Sunday. The winner by 100 points. Incredible score. Never had such a winning margin in all the times that we've been doing the quizzes. 100 points the difference between first and second. That is absolutely incredible. So yeah, a few messages on the YouTube chat. We're at 36. We're going to stay at 36. Any last minute entrance? 68398, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. I think we're about there. The logins seem to have dried up a little, so I think that we just one last call. 68398, and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So let's then get underway with tonight's quiz. Well, as we do, we take a look at who's with us tonight. So let's take a look and see Ukrainian Blues. Kevin Wag. Good to see you, Kevin, in the club superstore earlier this week. Of course, it reopened on Monday. Some offers as well in the Club Superstore, so do make sure you check out the website and the social media channels to see the special offers in the Club Superstore. Then it's Emma P, another regular player, Glee Team, South Normo Spireite, Roy CFC, Travel Man, Ben Smith, and Most CFC. They're the first 10 to sign in. Oh, good to see Bucko back with us as well. Edgers there as well, Dave Mid, the backheaders, Bobby Dennis, plenty of regulars. Edgers, of course, the Wag Rileys, Westball Spireite. Okay, so let's get underway then with tonight's quiz. Remember, it's for any newcomers, it is against the clock. The quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain, and you can't change your answer. So you are committed as soon as you select your answer. So in the 3 defeats for Chesterfield immediately before James Rowe's appointment, which of these players scored 2 goals in those 3 matches? Scott Bowden, Tom Denton, Jonathan Smith, or Jordan Cropper? So in the 3 defeats immediately before James's appointment, which of those scored 2 goals in those 3 matches? Bowden, Denton, Smith, or Cropper? Handful yet to decide. Emma P, Travel Man. Just Emma P to go. And you're getting your answer, Emma P, before time is up. And it's Scott Bowden. So let's take a look. How many people put Scott Bowden? Only 8 getting that right. 16 going for Tom Denton. Let's take a look then. See, Glee Team straight in with maximum points. JR, Who Shot? Sarah CFC, the Cots, PK, the Wag Rileys. That's the top 6. After the very first question, on to question number 2. How many players who started Rowe's first match in charge at Weymouth, a come-from-behind 2-1 win, also started in the come-from-behind 2-1 win at Kings Lynn on Saturday? 1, 2, 3, or 4? So how many of the players who started in James Rowe's first game in charge also started in last Saturday's game at Kings Lynn? Either 1, 2, 3, or 4. There's Travel Man to go, and everybody has answered. So a full house in terms of people answering. 38 answering, and it is 3. Maguire, Weston, and Asante. So C is what we're looking for. 15 getting that right. 17 going for 2, 4 for 1, and 2 for 4. So well done to you if you got that right. Question 3. True or false? Lawrence Maguire was the only Spireite to score in both of this season's FA Trophy penalty shootouts. Is that true or is that false? So Lawrence Maguire, the only Spireite to score in both of this season's FA Trophy penalty shootouts. True or false? Posty Scott and Beachy yet to answer. Just Beachy now. Going to the last 10 seconds. Beachy going to get an answer in before the time is up. And the answer is false. Tom Whelan did as well. So B is the answer. And most people going, well, 20 if you're going for true. 17 getting that right. On to question 4. So the playing time span between the first 2 goals conceded at the Technique under James Rowe was, and this is home games only, 4 3/4 hours, 5.5 hours, 6 1/4 hours, or 7 hours. So that's the time span between in terms of playing time, between the first 2 goals conceded at the Technique under the manager. 4 3/4 hours, 5.5 hours, 6 1/4 hours, or 7 hours. 10 seconds remain. Just Travelman and M&S to answer. And the answer is 6 1/4 hours. So C is the answer. And that's neck and neck with B at 13 apiece. The first spread of answers there. Question 5. Against which side did Jack Clark make his Spireites debut? Was it Notts County, Solihull Moors, Boston United, or Dagenham and Redbridge? So who did Jack Clark make his debut for the Spireites against? Notts County, Solihull Moors, Boston United, Dagenham and Redbridge. Less than half the time remains. Travelman Posty Scott yet to answer. Just Travelman now, and now has answered. So all 38 have logged in an answer, and the answer is Notts County, a sub for the goal scorer Gavin Gunning. So A. And 10 getting, 12 going for Solihull, 9 for Boston, 7 for Dagenham and Redbridge. Let's take a look then. Leaderboard after 5. JR, who shot 120 points? Then it's the Cots, Brockwell Spireites, the Wag Rileys, and the Back Headers. That's the top 5. On we go. Pictures now. Who is next in this sequence? Asante, Tom Denton, Hollis, Asante, Bowden. Look at the photos. Tell us A, B, C, or D. Who's next in that sequence? So it's showing Asante, Tom Denton, Hollis, Asante, Bowden in that sequence. Who comes next? Less than half the time remains. Tricky question. Plenty of people taking the time over that one. Handful yet to answer. The Scots, the Backheaders, Danny Higginson. Is Danny going to get in just in time? And the answer is C. Hayden Hollis. Scorers of the first goals are shown in order under the new manager. So C. And only 10 getting that right. 30 going for B, 11 for D. So well done if you're one of those 10 to get it right with C. Question 7. Ahead of the Boreham Wood home game last night, Chesterfield had conceded just 5 goals during the first half of matches under James Rowe. 3 of them were in the same minute. Which one? Was it 20, 25, 30 or 35? So just 5 goals during the first half of matches under James Rowe. 3 of them in the same minute. Which one? 20th, 25th, 30th or 35th? Just PK to answer. And everybody has answered. And the answer is 20. That's against Wrexham, Sutton and Maidenhead. So A. And only 7 getting that right. 13 apiece for 25 and 35 and 5 for 30. So well done if you're one of those 7 to get it right. So question 8. How many players have been on the field of play for every minute of the last 4 away wins? 4, 5, 6 or 7? So the number of players who've been on the field of play for every minute of the last 4 away wins. 4, 5, 6 or 7? And everybody has answered. Before the 10-second mark was up. Everybody answering within 20 seconds. And the answer is 5. Grant Smith, Whittle, Kerr, Carline and Weston. So B. And 11 going for B, but 13 going for 6. 8 for 4. 6 for 7. On to question 9. Which of these teams were Chesterfield playing when Joe Rowley was forced to leave the field in the 27th minute with a hamstring injury? Look at the badges. Tell us A, B, C or D. So the team Spireites were playing when Joe Rowley left the field in the 27th minute with a hamstring injury. See the badges there. Is it A, B, C or D? And less than half the time remains. Zoe's uncle and Carefree. In fact, Carefree has answered. Just Zoe's uncle to go. So we've got a full house. And the answer is B. So Boreham Wood. Let's take a look. How many people put B? Yeah, popular answer 17 getting that right. And we're nearly at the halfway stage. On to question 10. So Chesterfield have scored just once earlier than the 10th minute under Rowe. Who scored it? Akwasi Asante, Tom Whelan, Tom Denton, or Hayden Hollis? So just one goal earlier than the 10th minute under James Rowe. Who scored it? Asante, Whelan, Denton, or Hollis? Ten seconds remain. Handful yet to answer. So his uncle. The last one. And the answer is Akwasi Asante. 9th minute against Wrexham. Whelan was the 10th minute at Barnet. So that might have caught one or two out. Take a look then how many people put A. Well, level with Tom Whelan. 12 apiece. 7 going for Hollis. 6 for Denton. So we'll take a look now at the leaderboard at the halfway stage. And it's still JR Who Shot is in the lead. 15 points, I make that, over Brockwell Spireites. Then it's Carefree in 3rd place. Teacups Barmy Army, and then the back headers. That's your top 5. Of course, all the top 20 going to the Wheel of Fortune to win that choice of either a Spireites notebook and pen or a signed program. So if you're in the top 20 there, you do stand a chance of winning a prize tonight. So we're going to now spin that wheel. So gradually slowing. And where's it going to land? See some names coming up now, and it lands on PK. So PK, who picked up a prize having won the draw from last month's winners, now lands another prize, and I'm sure PK also won the other week. I think on a Wheel of Fortune again. So a good winning streak for PK. Well done, PK. So if you want to contact me to let me know your choice of prize, we'll move on with the quiz. So what was the order of the scoring in the 3-0 win over Yeovil Town? Whelan, McCourt, Asante, Asante, McCourt, Whelan, Whelan, Asante, McCourt, or Asante, Whelan, McCourt? So we're looking at the order of scoring in that 3-0 win over Yeovil Town. Whelan, McCourt, Asante, Asante, McCourt, Whelan, Whelan, Asante, McCourt, or Asante, Whelan, McCourt. And just so his uncle yet to answer, we're going to the last 10 seconds. And the answer is D, Asante, Whelan, McCourt. So D is what we're looking for, and the most popular answer, 22 getting that right. On to question 12. 4 of the manager's signings have been loan players from EFL or Premier League clubs. Brisbeck, Dinanga, Youssef and Clark, but which is his only permanent signing to date from a league higher than the National League, prior to Manny Onaleke joining from Port Vale? Is it A, B, C or D? So prior to Manny Oyeleka signing from Port Vale, who's the only other permanent signing to date from a league higher than the National League? Look at the photos, tell us A, B, C or D. Well, a few yet to answer, including JR Who Shot. And the answer is B. Martin Smith from Salford City, Grant Smith from Wilston, McCourt from Macclesfield, and Whelan from Weymouth. So B is what we're looking for. And 12 apiece going for B and C. Don't know what happened with JR Who Shot, whether he might have just lost connection briefly there, because it could be a crucial no-show in that one. Question 13. James Rowe has only selected a substitute goalkeeper for a Spireites National League game. Who was it? Was it Corey Adai, Dylan Wharton, Grant Smith, or Adam Prisbeck? So, only one substitute goalkeeper for a National League game selected by James Rowe. Either Adai, Wharton, Grant Smith, or Prisbeck. So his uncle yet to answer. And the answer is Corey Adai in his first game in charge at Weymouth. Non-selected since in the National League. So A is the answer. 9 going for that. 13 going for Dylan Wharton. 8 for Prisbeck. 7 for Smith. Question 14. How many full 90 minutes has Liam Mandeville played in the National League under James Rowe? Is it 0, 1, 2 or 3? So, full 90 minutes played by Liam Mandeville in the National League under James Rowe. 0, 1, 2 or 3. Travelman and Zoe's uncle yet to answer. Just Zoe's uncle now. I'm guessing maybe having some connection issues. And the answer is 0. So people put 0. 8 going for 0. 18 for 1. 11 for 2. On to question 15. Who was the last Chesterfield player to score in an away game and play the full 90 minutes of the game? Look at the photos and tell us A, B, C or D. So the last Spireite to score in an away game and play the full 90 minutes of the game. From those photos, which of those players fits the bill? Into the last 10 seconds, just so his uncle may well be experiencing issues, I'm sure. And the answer is A, Alex Whittle at Aldershot Town. So A, only 10 getting that right. 13 going for D, 11 for C. So at this stage, we take a look at the leaderboard again. 5 from home, and was JR who shot was the leader at the halfway stage. Is that still the case? No, it's Brockwell Spireites with a 4-point lead over Carefree and then the back headers. So Brockwell Spireites is in pole position at the moment. Brockwell Spireites 2 in 5th place. So Brockwell Spireites the one to keep an eye on, but Carefree only 4 points behind, so it could be some keen competition there. And of course, back headers always solid competitor. So 16, George Carline was red carded on January the 2nd. Which match did he miss through suspension? Wrexham, Boreham Wood, Dagenham and Redbridge, or Solihull Moors? Which match did George Carline miss through suspension after being sent off on January the 2nd? Wrexham, Boreham Wood, Dagenham and Redbridge, Solihull Moors. Less than half the time remains. Handful of people yet to answer. And just so his uncle once again, there are clearly sure issues there with connection. And the answer, Solihull Moors. Sent off at home, missed the away game 3 days later. So D is the answer. And 18 getting that right, most popular answer. 9 going for Wrexham. 7 Dagenham and Redbridge. 3 for Boreham Wood. So on to 17. Jack Clark's appearance off the bench at Kings Lynn was his 9th Spireites National League appearance. What did the win make his appearance record for the Spireites at that time? 1-9, lost 0. 1-8, lost 1. 1-7, lost 2. 1-6, lost 3. So Jack Clark's record to the And including the game against Kings Lynn on Saturday, was it 1-9, lost 0, 1-8, lost 1, 1-7, lost 2, 1-6, lost 3. As we go into the last 10 seconds, Dunk Fletch, 89, yet to answer. One with Zoe's uncle. And the answer is 1-8, lost 1. Played the full 90 minutes in the home defeat against Sutton. So B, the answer. And 15 getting it right, but also 15 going for D. 5 for 8 and 1 for D. Just 2 no-shows. We'll look at the leaderboard after this next question. True or false, James Rowe has used 3 substitutes in every away National League game so far. Is that true or is that false? So true or false question, James Rowe has used 3 substitutes in every away National League game so far. I think everybody who can answer has done so. Gonna run the clock down now, find out the answer to that true or false question. The answer is false. Only 2 used in the draws at Boreham Wood and Dagenham and Redbridge, plus the defeat at Solihull. So false. The answer. And 15 getting it right. 22 going for true. So we'll take a look at the leaderboard. Brockwell Spireites was the leader ahead of Carefree. Let's take a look. See what the position is now. And Carefree has taken over the leadership ahead of Brockwell Spireites. JR, who shot the early leader and the leader at the halfway stage, now in 3rd place. So it's going to be an interesting finish. I make that 17 points the difference in the top 2. The back headers vying for a place on the podium. Further down, Brockwell Spireites 2, then Joan, Westbar Spireites, Moss CFC, Archie's Army and PK to make up the rest of the top 10. So we go to the penultimate question. Can Carefree hang on to claim victory? So what did the win at Kings Lynn take James Rowe Spireites away National League record to? 1-6 drawn 3, lost 3, 1-6 drawn 4, lost 2, 1-7 drawn 2, lost 3, or 1-7 drawn 3, lost 2. So James Rowe's away record for the Spireites, is it A, 1-7 drawn 3, lost 3? Is it 1-6 drawn 4, lost 2? 1-7 drawn 2, lost 3, or 1-7 drawn 3, lost 2? Archie Dude, yet to answer. And the answer is D, 1-7 drawn 2, lost 3. How many people put C? Most popular answer with 17. 13 though going for D. So as we go into the final question, good luck everyone. So who was the first Chesterfield player to be substituted in James Rowe's opening game at Weymouth? Jonathan Smith, Jordan Cropper, Akwasi Asante or Joe Rowley? So the first Spireite to be substituted in James Rowe's opening game in charge at Weymouth, Jonathan Smith, Jordan Cropper, Akwasi Asante or Joe Rowley? Less than half the time remains, a handful yet to answer. Archie Dude, still yet to answer as the time is ticking down. And the answer is Joe Rowley. Smith played the full 90, the others were all subbed. So D is the answer, and 15, the most popular answer, going for Joe Rowley. 11 going for Cropper, 8 for Smith, 2 for Asante. So we'll now take a look and see if Carefree has managed to hold on to win in the face of competition from Brockwell Spireites. We will reveal all, starting off in 3rd place tonight. It is JR who shot, so the halfway leader having to settle for third place tonight. Tonight's runner-up is Brockwell Spirite, so I think we know the winner. Tonight's winner of the quiz is Carefree with 327, so 12 points, the margin of victory. Well done to Carefree. Let's take a look further down the back headers, just outside that top three. Moss CFC, Brockwell Spirites 2, PK, West Bar Spirite, Joan and South Normo Spirite. That's the top 10. Danny Higginson just outside the top 10. We go further down there. Can you see yourself? Kevin Wag once again further down than normal. We go around towards the bottom of the table. Ukrainian Blue 35th. And yeah, I think we had problems for Zoe's uncle. Clearly having some sort of connection issues. So just before we go, a reminder then about the takeaway food. Don't forget, with 2 home games coming up, food from the Technique Stadium. You can see the details on the club website. We have choice of pie at the weekend, and we have pork cobs next Tuesday night. Always popular. And also a reminder about our fun family quiz that's coming up Sunday, as always, at 5 p.m. Hope you can join us for that. And we say congratulations once again to our winner tonight. And it's Carefree. Also well done to Brockwell Spirites and JR who shot. Also finished in the top 3. Thanks as always to Phil Tooley for setting the questions. Some very testing ones once again tonight. Much appreciated, Phil, for your input with that. And hope you've enjoyed the quiz tonight. Hope you will be able to join us for either Sunday's family quiz or same time, same place next week here on our YouTube channel for the next Spireites quiz. And who knows, in the not too distant future, hopefully we can invite people to the Technique Stadium to play the quiz live in the main lounge there. Wouldn't that be great to get that going? So thanks very much for your company, and until the next time, take care.